Here we go.
For letting me in.
Oh. Yeah, all right. Looks like we're going to be going live here right now. So, everybody, welcome to the stream. I didn't do a countdown this week. I was catching up with my peeps in the Discord and getting my thumbnail together, all that good stuff. And here we are instead. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. I also had a little bit of an internet hiccup, which is why I'm a minute behind. But that being said, welcome to Sippin Saturday, where we relax, enjoy, kick back. I'm currently in 307 on my side account here, having a good time with the folks in 307. And again, this is Sippin Saturday. It's an open Discord, so please feel free to jump into my Discord. Link is in the description below, where you can come and join the stream live. Be PC, be good, don't get banned. That's all I gotta say. Good like. Hello, my friends. Hello, good like. So this week, besides the typical everybody getting boisterous, and as the stream goes on, things getting rowdier and rowdier, we're going to be talking about the new KvK. We're going to be talking about what the next steps in the KvK are coming up, because there is one coming up very soon. We'll also talk about what has currently happened, what are some things that I've seen so far in this KvK, and then also some maybe tweaks that I would maybe change as well. Tiny Rick, welcome to the stream, my friend. Anatoly, hey man, how are you? So I think, let me see, who we got in Discord here? Oh, we got about 10, 11 peeps. All right.
No one.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so yeah, we got a few people in already. Dokley OT, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
So let's kind of jump into it really quick. I'm going to do some equipment crafting today as well. I wanted to do a little bit of equipment crafting for my alt, because he is getting to be pretty sizable. He's getting to be pretty good.
He's too strong for me.
He's too strong for you. This is an alt that I've had for over a year. In fact, let me see what my VIP status says. 234 consecutive, but there's been quite a few times where I've just not logged in for a week or so on this account. So definitely well over a year on this account, and it accumulated quite a bit of speed ups through multiple KvKs and just using them for KvK and using them for different events and that kind of thing. So I finally decided to go and have some fun with them on a different server, and lo and behold, we've got this puppy up to just under 39 million power, and we're pretty good on troops too. Could be better, of course, but we're looking pretty good. We've got some troops to play with. We had fun in Arc today. Let me show you what that looks like. If I can find it, I don't know how far back it is. There's been a lot of updates. Here we go. All right, so we had Arc today in 3 AVG, which is like the fun Arc, is what they call it. Dummerkin, welcome to the chat. Skywalker as well, welcome. So we had a fun Arc in 3 AVG in Kingdom 307, and got my 10 sculptures. We had a good time. I placed 7th. We only had 26 people join, and we played against a 30-person alliance, and it was a very even matchup. It was basically equal. And we ended up coming out on top by a pretty sizable margin. So it's pretty sweet. Yeah, 26 versus 30. There you go. You can see it on the picture there. So did pretty well. The whole team did. DK with the #1 spot on our team. But also, yeah, exactly. So he was sick too. So we got Osiris League coming up too, everybody. So right above me on my graphic, you see Osiris League Season 2. There's Osiris League this weekend. I'm going to be casting at least 2 Osiris League matches tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy day for me. And if you all care to join me, they will be streamed live. So you can always join and have a good time and come on in and enjoy the stream and the battles and the breakdown. And I'll be going through the different strategies that I see. I'll be picking a couple teams that I think will make it to the final, or not the finals, but the playoffs at least. Make it through the qualifiers, and yeah, I'll be kind of giving some updates from the previous season of Osiris League and what they're doing now and all that good stuff. That'll be fun. Skywalker wants to know who let me in. WoW. I'm back in low again. I forgot what I was doing, and I had to go back to low because we have Arc tomorrow. I was going to go over to WoW because I was going to train hard for Leonidas, who is coming out next week in K225. Okay, Junichi's in Discord. He's my friend. Please say hello to him from Good Like. Hello. From Good Like. Junichi. All right, so
must not be that good of a friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's here, but not so much here. So
he's muted. He's busy.
Right. So
I said hello.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear you. We didn't hear you, buddy.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that mute will do that. Okay, so again, we're going to go over a couple things today. Also, if we have somebody in Kingdom 225 that wants to do some duels, I'm happy to do some 50,000 versus 50,000 or 100K versus 100K. I do have my drink, and I'm going to get a shot for you, Graham. I appreciate that $4.99 donation.
Junichi will fight you, right?
That's true. That's true. We could do some testing against some commanders. That's been a solid ask from the last few videos I've posted. People want to do some testing on commanders, so I'm happy to do that on the stream as well if we have a volunteer. And then also, again, I want to talk about the KvK that I'm currently in, which is the Light versus Darkness KvK here in 307. What next steps are coming with the new Twilight achievement next step, and then what's currently happened in the open spaces here in between. I saw 2 cross swords and I thought, ooh, maybe there's some fighting. Well, no, it's just a barbarian fort. So this is basically what's been happening. After the first day or so, it's basically back to barbs and forts again, because once one kingdom kind of dominates the open area for the ruins, that's basically been it. Nobody else is coming out. Even when the ruins are up, they still don't kind of come out. They just kind of sit tight. So the fights aren't as plentiful as before. However, I have seen very, very solid fights, but it was the first day. After the first day, it's been basically easy sailing, not a whole lot going on. Try Oculus. Are your ruin fights as dumb as ours? Exactly. Yeah, it was fun. Especially, again, this was my alt account, so I was fighting with T4. I had underpowered commanders. I did have, proper troops and proper armies, but the commanders are not maxed out. I've got very few legendaries. The epics that I've got are not level 60. I'm working on all those things, but right now it's kind of just in progress. So it was fun to do that kind of fighting where you're not exactly going to go and curb stomp somebody. It's just going to be, you got to be more tactical. You got to be a little more careful where you place your troops, that kind of thing. And I got to say, I did not miss the healing cost of T5 at all. At all. Oh, Skywalker says, let me know when you want a tango, mister. All right, we can do that. So we're going to evidently have a little bit of dueling on the stream today as well. And then also, I need to get a shot together. Here we go. So I've got my mixed drink here. This is Crown Coke. And then I'm going to go with the Blue Label. We're just going to go Blue Label until this puppy's gone. This $200 bottle of scotch has been sitting around a little too long. You can take care of this. Alright, so first shot of the afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. It's well after 5 here, so it's right about that time. For me, at least. This will be for Grim with his $4.99 donation. Cheers, everybody. Let's get this thing kicked off.
Cheers.
Alright. So, let's talk KvK. Next steps on the Light and Darkness KvK. Firstly, let's go over the Twilight achievements. So we're just about to wrap up Strife and Conflict. It's got a little under 20 hours left. Once that happens, level 6 passes open. So what that means and what that used to mean versus what it means now is what I'm about to explain. So when level 6 passes open in the regular KvK, or level 5, or level 4 for that matter, this usually was accompanied by massive battles, like massive, massive battles. In Light versus Darkness, let me show you where level 6 passes are at. So that's these guys. So level 6 pass right here, this is what's going to open up. So 19 hours for the Twilight achievement, and then another 12 hours for the actual pass itself to unseal. Okay, so about a day and a half, a little under that, 5 hours less. Zhao Dagao, welcome to the stream, buddy. Skywalker needs to test some pairs that he has ready for Arc. Okay, good. We'll do some of that after we go through the KvK stuff. Perfect. All right, so before we got to level 6 passes, Tiny Rick, 1 super shot. Oh, geez, we're already starting with the super shots. All right. Tiny Rick, thank you for the $20 donation. I will get right to that. So let me get through the KvK discussion first, because I want this to actually come out, in proper words with letters in front of other letters and things like that. So before we got to the level 6 passes achievement, the level 5 passes open, which in Light versus Darkness is now the passes that open to the Ancient Ruins, which I actually do like the fact that they're confined like this, because it really makes, it makes the kingdom kind of look for how they want to strategically place all their alliances to get to all of these ruins, because you have access to 4 ruins per kingdom, or per set of kingdoms, I should say. So 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And 2, again, it really provides a proper focal point for battle. Here's where it gets a little bit of a hang-up. So the hang-up comes in where you can't go anywhere inside of those passes. So strategically, there's no strategy at all when it comes to this. It's strictly just open field fighting. There's not going to be any dead troops unless you decide to random port your cities in, which people did do. They did. In fact, here's one right here. Here's Godfather bubbled here, 191 million player. They ported in, and some people decided to take some rallies. Some people decided to send some rallies. More often than not, it was basically just you're wasting troops because the people were there. I think there was only one person that was half AFK and ended up taking a couple dead, but nothing crazy. For the most part, this is open field.
That took deaths. They were offline too. It wasn't from us. I don't remember who though.
Oh, okay. Like one or two off. Yes, exactly. Oh, Panda. Hey. All right, cool. So, all in all, though, again, the game is not structured to have dead troops at this phase of the game for Light and Darkness. You can, and you really are proactively putting yourself in that situation to do so. But overall, again, open field fights are massive. These are massive fights, guys, because you can really...
Hi, Panda.
You can get as many areas of flag that you can. You can put a bunch of different alliances connecting to this pass and just rotate through and just take the passes as you want. And each one of these alliances can have 150 to 165 alliance mates inside of each one. And you've got that many people inside this little square. It gets a little hectic. Okay, so the first day of fighting was insane. I was able to do a little bit of that with my ult, again, right here in front of you. And it was fun. It was really fun. We ended up going and pushing them after some open field fights inside the middle back to their pass. And then they were just kind of sniping in and out, which was strategically a good idea for them because they can just grab what they wanted and then go back behind the pass to hide. And then we pulled back and we did the same thing to them. It was back and forth. Then everybody just kind of was like, okay, there's no point in fighting. We're just going to pull back. So then the first ruins opened up, and then it was a massive fight. I mean, the whole screen was filled with armies. Like, as far as you can zoom out without losing the detail on the map, it was just chock full of armies. Like, it was massive, massive battles. That lasted about 30 minutes. And then one side won, and then they had the ruins, and that was it. So, again, I mean, there's fun fights, but it lasts like this much time. So it wasn't very good. I wish there were more fights, there were more opportunities to fight. Maybe you can do the ruins more often so that it makes more sense for the people who tend to lose to organize a little bit more effectively and come back again. That kind of thing. I'm not sure what the fixes to that are, but you definitely need to do something to increase the fighting inside of here. And really, fighting with risk would also be kind of nice, I would think. Oculus says King's Landing is going to be the most dreadful experience with 8 kingdoms going in to fight. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if dreadful is the word yet, but if the current lag situation is any indication, it may be. Arch, Are you pushing T5 on that account? Not pushing T5, but I am pushing research and tech. So I should actually, let me see where I'm at on research. I've got Academy 25. I pushed that during the Kingdom speed up portion of the event to help the Kingdom out. Those are my research speed ups. I've got my War Tech basically to over half on all the normal troop types, and then I've got 9 out of 10 on Combined Arms, Medical Corps, and Encampment. And these are all waiting on, well, at least this one is. Combined Arms is waiting on Cutting and Polishing and Carriage to finish. Same thing with Medical Corps. Looks like I can actually do Encampment. That's kind of interesting. I didn't notice that. And then also on the economic tree, I've got a couple odds and ends. There's a 10 out of 10 up there, a 9 and a 10 there, a couple here and there too. But these are very short. These are very short researches. So realistically, I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to T5 Tech on this account. Maybe pushing with my research speed ups and my universal speed ups that I have left might get me there. That sounds pretty good. And again, I'm not going to be pushing massive amounts of T5 on this account. It's going to be a T4 account with T5 Tech. I may have some T5 to use for ARC or something like that, but realistically, this is going to be and operate as a T4 account with T5 firepower, if that makes sense. Hey, Mr. DJ. Hey, Dragothien. Hope you're having a good day. I am having a good day. I'm hoping that Khan and Takeda show up on the wheel again. I like the rewards from the wheel more than the card game. I agree. I like the overall rewards, especially for an account like this or a larger account. Really, it's good for all levels. It's just a matter of how much time you can put in, or how much money you can put into the game as to how beneficial it is. The wheel is a spend event, and it benefits more of the people that spend more. But everything, especially for a growing account, everything that you get inside the Wheel of Fortune is useful. The building speed-ups, the research speed-ups, the training speed-ups, the universals, the legendary sculptures, the stars, everything. Of course, all the resources, too. It's just everything that you can get inside of the wheel, you can use. So it's just, there's nothing bad there.
Everything's awesome.
There's some more troops for us, too. That's pretty sweet. So again, I spent some time during the second phase and I'm going to make a video that has all the different phases. Let me go into that as well too. So you go into the Past Glory event, and right now the next stage has a countdown timer of just over 1 day. Tiny Rick, here's your super shot coming. Dear God. Here we go. We're getting rolling here. Okay, there we go. How about that? It's nice and tall. Ooh, this one's gonna be rough. I might take a swig of my mixed drink first. We're getting it started early. It's not even 5:30 yet, folks. But yes, I like the wheel overall better than the card game. The Card King game is really good for getting those commanders that you either missed by not winning a KvK, or if you migrated to a kingdom that already had the wheel for a commander that you don't have. That's another way to get the commander unlocked. Or if you're trying to finish off a commander and get the last few sculptures for them, that's a good way to do it. You just don't get as much for the gems that you spend, in my opinion, as you do with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, you can control it a little bit better, and you can, a lot of people pointed out that you can actually spend maybe 5,000 gems or 8,000 gems and get all the sculptures if you do it right. It's a matter of a little bit of luck, but also is your memory good? It's the memory game. So if you can find those sculptures early and lock them out and get all of them, you can move to the next puzzle or the next card game and not get all the rest of the stuff and spend the extra, 4,000 gems or whatever to get the whole thing unlocked up.
I do very much use that exactly that way.
Yeah, Jesse was one of the ones that said it. Check out 283 versus 279. They fight for like 3 hours for ruins. I think Gecko's handling that one, from what I understand. Captain Tall. Sup, Dragothien. There's a G in there. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Home Prize says hello, chat, with a heart. That is Home Prize for you. Try Oculus, the kingdom you guys fight for ruins. Are they the other A tier kingdom? I'm not sure. No, I don't think it's 280. Hey, Kratos, is 287 the other A tier kingdom?
Yep.
Okay, so it was A versus A then. There you go. What's the player with the most power you know of? I don't know.
Me.
It's definitely not you.
Right.
To be honest, I don't really follow power, guys. Like power just means you have more troops. Like if you have 500 million or 600 million power, that just means you have more troops to burn through and more troops to kill. You have the same tech that I do on my main account. So yeah.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hey, Prodigy, how's it going, buddy? We are streaming away, my friend.
Oh.
But Angry Birds. To answer your question, I mean, I've heard of bigger players. I heard of Solimar before we zeroed him in KvK 2. I've heard of certainly Baba and Character T and all those guys because they're all over Facebook because everybody sees the numbers and goes like, oh my goodness. But I mean, it's a number, guys. They have the same tech. If you have T5 tech, you have the same tech that they do. You have the same amount of firepower they do. They just have more troops to throw at you. That's all.
Aye.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Ice Yucks.
How's it going, bro?
It's going well. Doing a little Sippin Saturday today.
Hey, Ronnie.
Every Saturday. Oh boy, are we gonna have our Are we gonna have our drink off? Is this what's going down?
Yep. I heard that.
So, in honor of Ronnie coming in, I have a super shot that I need to do. If you're not aware of what a super shot is, this is a 4-shot shot glass, and it's to the top. So, this is for Tiny Rick. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this thing down. It's gonna be a little rough, so bear with me. Cheers, everybody.
I bet 20 euros on Drago.
20 euros on me. That I will defeat the super shot. It is done, by the way. It's done.
No. I think he means beat Ronnie in a...
Oh. I do have a little more experience, I think. Especially lately, you jokers.
No. That's excuses.
I missed the
You're
last
welcome.
week. We started.
That's what we're here for.
I know, my bro.
I know. I had to push it back. I had to get a car.
It was like 2.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and
I know.
And I was like,
yeah, that's not happening.
going
This ain't gonna work. So Tiny Rick says, oh wait, Skywalker said, I don't want a 1 versus 1. Yoda said he wants to test pairings. I think you're talking to him about me. Tiny Rick, Drago, I called it. It's not a kingdom buff, it's a camp buff. Remind me what you're talking about, because I do remember you talking about something like that, but I'm not connecting the dots.
He just had a super shot, so remind me.
Damn,
Yeah, please. I still got to process that shot I just took.
Wait for the tongue twisters.
That's it. Oh goodness. Well, there's no ghost train right now, so there's no tongue twisters.
Oh, he's coming. I already called him.
Oh no. Okay,
Where's
well,
the
we'll
part?
end the stream as soon as he gets in.
He's organizing crack bus.
Where's
Possibly.
Mad as and Grim?
So again,
He's been here.
the light versus darkness stages. These are
Boring.
boring, but also they are they're sidewise. Yeah, well, super boring.
Yeah.
But they're all contributed by all the solar or the lunar kingdoms. That's how it's contributed to. This is also the best way for you to get honor. So this is the non-boring part of it, is that it does crank your honor up in a big way. Again, I will do a video on that as well, so you can see the best way to get honor in Light and Darkness, because there is a not a trick, but there is a method to do it the best. I'll get that out as soon as I can too. But we're on stage 3 coming out, Barbarian Forts. So the first stage was farming, that was the boring one, especially considering we just popped in and everybody wants to go after those nice juicy high-level barbarians instead of farming. And then the second stage, which we just ended a few days ago, was the using speed-ups stage. So you had to use any kind of speed-up, and it would contribute towards your score for the light versus darkness, solar versus lunar points. And then I guess there's like a breather round or something, because that's kind of where we're at right now. The first one jumped right into the second one, whereas the second to the third, there's this countdown stage, which I'm assuming is likely to marry up with the Twilight achievement. So that's where we're at right now. There's 5 stages, but there's no list of what said stages are. They're coming dangerously close to the Mightiest Governor event stages, but they're in a different order, and they're called things differently. So again, the speed ups stage would likely be something along the lines of the troop training stage and the power event, all rolled up into one stage. And then maybe there's going to be, and this is why I think the end of the Light and Darkness KvK is going to be the most insane you have ever seen. I think there's going to be a very long stage 5 kill event, and it's going to line up right when King's Landing opens. It's going to be insane. I think that's how it's going to play out. I just have an inkling that that's what's going to happen.
I hope they make some changes about that.
So far, I prefer the old map.
I do too. I do like the old map. Now, I will say, I do like the fact that the next zone's barbarians are available around the previous zone's objectives. So the camps have zone 5 stuff, and then the Hirons have zone 6 stuff. But I do like the old map because there's more strategy involved in the beginning of the game.
I wish that killing would give honor, bro, to be honest.
That needs to also be a fix. That's something I think we've all been asking for the last 2 KvKs, 3 KvKs.
And the other thing is Kingsland is so small. How does Lilith even compare that to ever fighting in there without lag?
I am going to be interested to see how this plays out. I'll be interested to see how it plays out. I got a screenshot of someone with 500 million power. Don't remember who it was, though. There's a few people that have over 500 million power, Caroline. I just, again, I'm not a huge power. Like, once you get over 100 mil, 120 mil, you have enough troops to do what you need to do, however you want to do it.
Especially if you're trained on T4. Imagine.
Oh my goodness, that's like 10 million troops, 11 million troops. I wonder who, somebody that used to have something like that. That's crazy.
That's like 12 million.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
T4.
Yeah, if it's times 4, so that's 48 million. Plus, no, it's more than that. It's because zeroed is 52 or 53 million. So 120 million would have to be 70 million power worth of troops, which divide that by 4. That's how many T4 you would need.
18 million T4?
18 million T4. That sounds about right. That's a little rough. I mean, I like that. I mean, what do who cares? Throw them against the city,
Just go
right?
Come zero me, bro.
Yeah. Come do something, though. Come do something. What kingdom is Texas Tiger from? I have no idea. I know that's supposed to be Character T, I think, but he changed his name, which is exactly what Trioculus said. Luis Contreras. Hey, Dragothien. I started 100 days ago. Welcome to the game, buddy.
Character T named in Rocker.
Yeah, Rocker. That's right. Roker.
Yeah.
Any advice to get Commander to level 60 faster? Epics. Luis Contreras. Yes. So you want to farm Barbarians. You definitely want to hit as many Guardians as you can because that's free experience. It doesn't cost you action points.
Yeah, with a Peacekeeper, Apostle.
I just made a video this morning for Apostle and everybody else out there that may need it. You need to use Peacekeepers because you get extra resources and, most importantly for your question, extra experience using commanders like Lohar, Ethelfled, Boudica, etc., etc., etc. Any peacekeeping commander, but those 3 in particular have extra skills that give you even more experience on top of that. So you definitely want to use those. If you're in KvK, take advantage. That's what I've been doing every day. In an hour and a half, I'm going to start doing the Crusader camps, the Crusader fort, and the Hirons. Every 12 hours, I'm doing these, and we did this in KvK 1 and KvK 2, and that's why the majority of all of my commanders on my main account are almost all 60 or 55 plus, and all my gatherers are also 40 plus, because that's really all you need on a gatherer is level 40. Then you've got guys like Ronnie who have all of his gatherers level 60 and all of his elite commanders, which are the green ones, also level 60 because he did that for 2 full KvKs. So
what do you think about Markswoman and City Keeper? Do you think they need a rework?
That's awesome.
do I think they need a rework? You might be one of 20 people who have both
I
of those
got
level
them to
60.
60 and I'm trying to use them, but I'm losing.
Well, when you take elite commanders and you put them up against legendary ones, it's generally not a good recipe for success, but I see what you're saying. I mean, again, how many level 60 markswomen and city defenders do you see out there? Is that really a thing?
I have one because of barbarian hunting.
Yeah, exactly. The peacekeeping definitely does that.
I got Sarka too.
Nice, nice. Tiny Rick, $20 donation. One more super shot because reasons.
Oh, that's a good reason.
Reasons are reason enough, I guess. Thank you for your donation, Tiny Rick. I'll get right to that super shot for you. And I'm already feeling that first super shot, so this one's going to probably knock me over. All right, so Alex Gorin, do you prefer the new map or Last of KvK? So far, I prefer the new map for growth of an account, and I prefer the old map for fun and fighting. So we need to find some middle ground between these two maps to where we can get the best of both. Because right now, again, I brought my alt account, which I had to actually kill a bunch of troops to get this account to 307 because it was an Imperium Kingdom when I came over. And I believe I was sitting around 27 million power. And I did put some money into the account, but it wasn't a massive amount of money. Maybe a few bundles, a few full bundles. A couple Call of the Ancients, a couple of Fountain of Wisdoms, and maybe one City of Hope, I think is what I bought. So 5 total. So that's a little bit of money, don't get me wrong. But it's already grown to almost 40 million power, guys. And it's usable in PvP. It's usable in open field. It's certainly usable in rallying situations because of my T4 troops. And then also, I'm having a ton of fun in Arc with this account. Even though it doesn't have all the max legendaries, it doesn't have all of the maxed out commanders, it doesn't have T5 troops, it's still a ton of fun. In fact, I'd argue a little bit that this is even more fun.
Skills the enemy have.
Exactly. It's skill versus skill. It's not overwhelming power. And I've had a ton of fun.
Arc team is awesome.
That could also be the case, especially when the people who are second to last in the rankings chime in.
Thanks.
Burn! So much burn. Okay.
Hey, I was giving a compliment to everybody.
You were due. I'm just teasing.
I know.
That was so much fun, though. I recorded most of that arc. I ran into a couple technical snafus. I ran out of hard drive space on the first section, so I had to reconfigure it and hook up an external hard drive. Then I started re-recording, and then my battery started going out on my iPad because I didn't have it plugged up. So I got it recorded all the way up until about the 45th minute or so, and then I had to go upstairs and re-plug in my iPad, or I wouldn't have been able to finish the arc. So I've got some pieces to that. I will definitely splice it together and do a little bit of an editing job on it and make it like a 10-minute video or so for you guys to see. I will say, so I went up against T5 players in this arc with T4 and won. And it was a 4v4 situation. And don't you laugh, Jesse.
I'm sorry.
You got the giggle. You already know what's coming. So
Get him, Jesse. Get him.
no. So
Attack team.
no. So it was open field 4 armies versus 4 armies. I had T4, he had T5, and he had proper legendary commanders too. It wasn't epics versus epics or anything, and I won pretty handily. It was I had 3 armies left and he had nothing. So T4 can take out T5 if used correctly and if spec'd correctly. And as you can see, I've only got 2 level 60 epic commanders. Everything else is less than level 60. And these are the commanders I used. And I didn't even use Sun Tzu primary. So really, I only used 1 level 60 commander in this arc and was fairly successful doing what needed to be done. So obviously, we've got some great people on my team as well. I can't say that I did, anywhere close to everything, because that's not the case. Anthony and Marissa donated $4.99 through Super Chat. What did it say? Hold on. Something about Baby Shark, which, tilts me a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
One Baby Shark shot. Well, I have to do it, Jess, so, buckle up. Buckle up. But as you can see, right, like, I mean, and when I got here, guys, I only had one level 60. I had Sun Tzu level 60. Everything else was, like, not even 40. Like, it was really, really low. So this new KvK map and this new mode is fantastic for the growth of an account, because it urges you to put speed ups into the game, to put speed ups into your city, and then it gives you the opportunity to level up your commanders, to get things maxed out. You've got Kerouacs, you've got all the different events that come along with it. There's a little bit of fun when it comes to ruins. I think that they need to incorporate more of the old school KvK 1, 2, and 3 into this new map. Certainly honor points from kills would be a big deal. That would definitely crank up. I think that's really the fix. If you do, and I know there's a way that you can really abuse that with, using farms and things like that, but we've got to find a way, right? We've got to find a way to give honor points for kills, because that's the whole point people play KvK, right? It's not to farm and to kill barbs and stuff. It's to fight. Otherwise, you're in a bulked up version of your regular kingdom. So
Agreed.
yeah.
Yep.
Best of both worlds, please.
Oh, I'm sitting here staring at Tiny Rick's $20 orange donation, which means I've got to do another super shot. God dang it.
I think that super shots should be 50 or 100. Or
That's
less.
true, man. It's gonna get done
Just because
early.
they say
It's gonna get
super
done
shot doesn't
early.
mean it should be.
I will say, I do give Tiny Rick a bit of a pass, because he comes on religiously every week and does donate, pretty substantially. So I can't say anything bad. I started 100 days ago. Okay, so do you prefer the new map? I just did that one. Appreciate the stream. I'll catch the VOD. Good night. Trackless, welcome to the stream. See you later, and good luck to you. Have a good night. What is the best infantry rally pair? Well, I think now probably switch it over to Guan YSG or Guan Leo or something like that. But previously, depending on the target, Alex Richard, Alex YSG, Richard Charles, depending on what you're trying to do. Richard Charles is still a very good pair with the right equipment and the right situation. Richard Charles is still very hard to swarm because of all the counterattack damage. So, yeah, ICOX, you got to chime in on that.
I should just give up on my Alex then.
I mean, Alex is good, though.
Just point me to a Charles and Richard.
And watch half of your army disappear whenever you swarm it?
No, watch Charles and Richard disappear.
Okay. Alright, that sounds like a challenge, ICOX.
Yeah, I feel that. I wish I could 1v1 Ronnie right
You
now.
have legendary equipment? I'll take my words back.
Yeah,
He's
I
got the
that.
shoes. He's got the shoes and the Trial of the Lost Kingdom on him.
I got
James,
max equipped for.
yeah, he's got everything. James, 1 expertise legendary or nearly 4 5/5/1/1 legendaries for someone who has none. James L. So it depends on the legendary. You can get away with 5/5/5/1 Saladin. You can get away with, let's see. I mean, right now my Richard's 5/3/4/1 and he does okay. I mean, he's not expertise and he's not knowing the maximum amount, but he does pretty well. Let's see. Double C, as long as you've got the first and third skill maxed, you're in really good shape. You need a max YSG to make him really good. Charles, you can get away with 5/5/1/1. Although, again, the counterattack bonus with the 4 skill is really nice. El Cid, you can do 5/5/1/1. That's not too bad. Takeda, you can do 5/5/5/1.
Who's Elsit again?
Exactly. Julius Caesar, you can do 5/5/1/5. You have to max Freddy to make him worthwhile. Mehmed, you can do 5/5/1/5 as well. And really 5/5/1/1 is fine with Mehmed, but 5/5/1/5 is better because of the troop capacity. obviously all the gathering commanders, who the crap cares. And Genghis, you want to max out for maximum effectiveness. He literally doubles in value when you expertise him. And then Guan, I mean, what, 5515 or 5115 would still work, but really you want to have that second skill too. The attack reduction and the attack increase of 30%. Yeah, you want to kind of max him out too. Alex is actually not too bad at 5515. Although I do like his third skill too. Yeah, you need to max Alex out. I take that back. I take that back. You need to max Alex out.
I said that Alex 5511, was starting.
Yeah, that 40% attack is so hard to get rid of. Like that 40% attack is so hard to lose. Charlemagne, you can keep him at 1111, and he's good.
Free to play, I told him.
Yeah, you'll have a nice, cool sword coming down on the map, and that's cool. But that's about it, though. That's Charlemagne's just garbage. Let's see. I hope that answered kind of your question on the expertise.
What do you think about Guan Yu Charlemagne?
I've look. So I've had a couple people. Patriot Act was one of them. He kind of told me about it. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. The only thing that I kind of rebutted with. Let me see if I can find Charlemagne really quick. So the 4th skill, it says, for every 10% reduction in his army strength, Charlemagne's skill damage increases by 1%. So I need to get clarity on whether it's only for Charlemagne's skill or if it is for the army in general. If it's for the army in general, that would be a decent pairing because it gives the shield, right? While on the map, all troops under this commander have a 10% chance to gain a shield when they are attacked. The shield lasts for 4 seconds and can take a large amount of damage, up to 1,000 damage factor. And if you look at Charles, right? So let me go back to Charles. That's not that far off from his first skill, which is 1,200. So it's almost a Charles shield, 10% proccable. And if you've seen Alex proc his nuke, that stuff can happen like rapid fire. Like I've seen him almost machine gun nukes. So that's not bad. I think that pairing needs to have that 4th skill apply to Guan's skills to work, though. What do you think?
It's really interesting for rallies, not for field battles. So definitely not field battles.
Yeah, rallies. It's got to be rallies.
For rallies, and I think specifically only cities, because they both have garrisons, so they both have, you can utilize like the entire skills from both commanders when you rally a city.
You brought up a good point. What about Guan Mehmed for cities?
Yeah. I think that's better.
That kind of makes me a little twingy in the pants, actually.
You like it?
I do, and he's only 1 skill away, by the way, on my main. So, guys, here's a little, sneak peek. I'm like 40 sculptures away from maxing Attila on my main, and I'm also only about 30 sculptures away from maxing Mehmed on my main as well. So this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Glad you're finally maxing it.
Ghost Train. Good. I might not max Attila just because of you.
Frederick, right?
Yeah, Freddy's already maxed. So once I'm done with Mehmed,
Busy with mini ghosts.
yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, once I'm done with Mehmed on the daily chests, I'm completely done. I don't have any other legendary commanders except for Charlemagne and the Gathering commanders.
Whoa.
That's it. And I take that back. Wu will probably be my next target because I have not.
You mean you have Max, Guan Yu, and Leonidas?
I will have Max Guan Yu, and I haven't gotten Leonidas because it hasn't come to MGE yet. That's next week.
We still have one more Attila.
Oh, do you?
I was
going to say, have you maxed him out yet?
No, I'm 3 skills, so I have the universals if I want to. But he's
I'm burning my universals on him. He's too much of a beast. You're right.
It's just OP like this, so I can't wait to max it.
Skywalker, are you still there? Where's Skywalker at? He's not in chat.
Right here, man. What's going on?
What?
Right here, Dragothien.
Ghost Train, shut up. I see your light. To be honest with you, though, Home Fries is right. That was really solid. I could.
That was really good.
That was the right time to do it.
That was Skywalker high.
All right, so Tiny Rick, look, I've put it off long enough. The first one did me in. This one's gonna really push me over. Here you go. Cheers. Have a good one, everybody, and I hope I remember the rest of the stream.
Cheers.
Here we go.
You won't.
I got some beer as well here. Too. Full honor.
Ooh.
Double one.
Oh, you got some beer?
You remember the couch.
I would rather have the beer right now because I'm taking straight Scotch shots right now.
So many excuses, goddamn.
Isiak, shush it.
I just
Oh,
hop
go
on to
straight
say
started.
Charlemagne is my next
Got it.
legendary.
Ghost Train with the donation. More shots, of course. He comes in here and starts spouting off and then starts screaming more shots, of course.
Shots!
There it is. All right, so let me...
Skywalker just woke up.
I know, right? Sometimes it seems like that. Let me catch up on the chat. I've been ranting.
Like me, man.
Skywalker.
What's up, Mooney? I just noticed you that you're in the chat.
Hey.
There you go.
I was watching your stream earlier.
So Patriarch said LXVE Guan Charlemagne. Yes, that's what we were just talking about. And KvK Grace of Saluna. Is Lilith going to lawsuit?
Like that?
Oh my god.
I don't know, Josu. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
I want the old map with the new honor system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was Ghost again. He did
Shots
such a good.
and
No, Skywalker's here now.
God. Okay. hold on.
No, he's here.
Oh, okay.
Sitting outside your
Skywalker.
city, bro.
I'm what?
I'm sitting outside your city, man.
Okay,
Where you
cool.
at?
Okay, all right. Okay.
Do we have some ass whooping yet?
Okay, we're about to have this go down. Let's
I'm
see.
trying to die, man.
All right, let me catch up on chat really quick, and then we'll do some duels.
No, come fight
All
me
right,
now.
Lewis Contreras, thank you, Dragothien. I'm halfway to maxing Lohar, but from 40 to 60, it is very slow. Lohar is actually a lot faster than most commanders, but yes, it is a little slow. Again, use your books strategically. I like saving up my books to max out a new commander that comes out, or if there's something that in my on my alt account here in 307, I'm using it to get my battle ready commanders up to 60. So that's what I'm using them as soon as I get them, so I can get as many levels as I can get them. Pike Blowman, hey, how many accounts do you have? I mean, fighting accounts, like 2, but like accounts because I stream arcs and Osiris leagues and all kinds of stuff, like 100. So, I mean, that's...
So one shot for every account.
No, shut up. You're the worst. Let's see. Sax, I think
just
they
be
want...
glad it's not Phantoms.
Oh my god. If it was fighting accounts for Phantoms, I would be taking 100 shots. I think they want fight for the Ziggurat till the end. Last 2 weeks full of action because an old KvK winners were decided middle KvK. Well, that's fair. I think, Sax. I agree with what you're saying. I think that the end will decide in the new Light and Darkness KvK based on the points, destroying the different structures. But I miss as much as it cost me, I miss the Zone 4 and the Zone 5 openings because that was a big deal. That was a big event. You had to plan for it. You had to prepare your cities, your troops, your kingdom, your alliances. There was a lot that went into it, and that was fun. That was really fun.
Everyone need to be on.
Yeah, I mean, you had to have an active kingdom. You had, that kind of thing. And this KvK is more. It's kind of like the baby version. It's kind of like it's the bumpers. It's the bumpers version,
It's the people complained about too many troops dying.
I mean, I've lost 12 million troops on my main, okay? And that's fighting. That's fighting loss. That's not getting 0. That's fighting loss. So I mean, don't talk to me about losing troops, you know. That being said, I mean that's the part of the game. Like you make the troops to die. Like you make the troops to kill more stuff than you lose. Like that's why you make the troops.
Or families.
We have some players in my kingdom who are around 100 million power and have less than 10 million kills.
Oh my god.
When I saw it, I was like,
that stuff triggers me. That stuff triggers me so bad.
And 100% of them are tier 1, right?
Yeah, I know, right? As the Dark 1307 donated $2, one shot for every player in one ABG.
Oh,
that's not how that works. That is not how that works. I will disregard that altogether, but I do appreciate the donation. I still do got to catch up on Anthony and Marissa. What's up?
I mean, like, why would you spend so much money to get to 100 million and just do nothing with it? It's just such a waste.
I mean, some people like to bank sit. Do y'all know what that is? Is that an older gaming term, or do y'all know what that is?
What?
Bank sitting?
Never heard of.
All right, so back in the day.
You sit there and you wait for the manager?
No, back in the day. This is not a John and Kate +8 situation. This is back in the day when, like,
Wait,
there
how
was...
do you know that?
How do I know what?
John and Kate +8.
Because I have
Because he's catching up to
a
the
wife.
number of kids he has.
So, you shut your mouth. I've got half and that's it. I've got half and that's it. So,
No, he watches it.
No, back in the day, like in the early 2000s, late 90s. Okay, so this is probably like when some of y'all were born, by the way. There were MMOs, like the early MMOs, like the games that were out were very like top down, 2D, that kind of thing. And a thing that people did was they sat at a bank, like in the game. There were banks throughout the world that you were in. And you would put on all your like leadest gear and your flashiest gear. You'd wear it. You'd use your like slickest mount or whatever you're playing, right? Like for instance, for me, like Ultima Online was this game. So you'd use like your most exclusive mount. You'd use your brightest like gear, like your most expensive gear. And I didn't do this, but like you go to like Britain Bank or Vespa Bank or Scarborough Bank. And there'd be people just sitting there. Like their whole thing.
Because they know the value of your equipment.
Exactly. And when you're in
they just look at you.
Yeah. And they're in the city, right? And you can't attack them or else you'll get instantly guard whacked, is what they called it. And so they just sat there. And their whole thing, their whole enjoyment of the game was to acquire this stuff and show it off. Like that's their thing. That's the whole idea. And I kind of equate that to the 100 million, 10 million kill players in this game, where they spend a bunch of money into the game, they blow a bunch of money, they grow their account, and then I'm 100 million cool. Let me into wherever I want. I'm kind of the big deal. Like that's their thing. And that's fine. They know their role. It's farm with 100 million power. That's it. That's fine. If you want to enjoy the game that way, that's fine. If you want to have a fighter, that's not fine. So you just have to understand what you're playing with. Carlos Lopez, Drago, do you think it's good to max Guan next? I have also YSG and Richard or better max Khan. I don't understand your question. Drago, do you think it's good max next Guan? I have Alex, YSG, and Richard, or better to max. Okay, so you're asking, should you max Khan or Guan Yu? Khan. I would say max Khan. You can get Guan Yu to 5 and be just fine, but you need to expertise Guan Yu to make him maximum effectiveness. Skywalker, I'm on my main now, and I don't see you around my city. Did I really, Skywalker? Did I really, Skywalker?
Dude, I'm on the empty pass off tile.
Okay. You're in a pass?
No. Empty patch off tile.
Alright, so what? You're a Master Yoda OG. So this is shut up, Ghost Train. You're confusing me. Confusing the crap out of me. All right. So you said you're Edward Tamiris?
Yeah. No, this one's Edward YSG.
Edward YSG. Okay,
Tamiris
so
is only 5432 at the moment.
5432. Okay. Hype Dog, I've seen a few reports for pairings beating Max Attila Takeda. Do you have a talent tree for Constantine Richard as Bodian? Yes, I do. Constantine Charles is actually the pairing that you want, or Charles Constantine, excuse me, is the pairing you want to go with. I have a video on this if you want to take a peek at it. Constantine primary is for anti-nuke, not for anti-Attila. So Constantine Richard, that's a massive amount of dead that you're going to take against an Attila Takeda rally. A massive amount. Shotgun Charlie, my Richard is max on my main and like 5-4-3-1 or something on my alt. Skywalker says we can't believe in trader tots. That makes total sense. Shanks. Junichi donated $38. That's weird.
Wait, what?
When you get, hold on. I need to read.
It's just a number, man. It's just a number, right?
You like the number 38, huh? I don't see it in the actual super chat. Where did you donate it at?
Me neither. I don't see it. Weird.
Well, I followed the direction.
That's weird.
How about the 69?
And Ghost Train also donated a couple times, and I didn't see it. More shots. Okay, no, I saw it. And people are chanting shots in the chat. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, let me just catch up on the chat really quick. What do you want me to fight you with, Skywalker?
I don't mind. I sent 100k though.
Oh my god. The worst.
It was only a matter of time until they showed up.
Yeah, I know. He uses his children to get me
As
to
soon as I
drink
get in
more.
here, the
It's
main
bad.
mini ghost comes over. You need me? I'm like, no, just wait a minute.
Hey, Jong. It's new equipment for the Light and Darkness currently. It's the Skolas coin that you get in the old KvK 3 for the older kingdoms. Niha Chester, in terms of open field, do you think Richard Alex support tree talent, which doesn't exist, is the best tanky pair? So Richard Alex has a defensive talent tree. I'm not sure what your question is, but I prefer Richard Alex over Alex Richard open field, if that's what your question is. Daniel Balbuena, hello. Hey.
I know you're a chef.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred way of cooking your burgers or steak?
So those are two different things, and you're getting me off on a tangent, but I can't help but answer. So, burgers. Okay, so burgers, I actually do.
Mix it with sausage.
There it is. She knows. See, Jessie knows because every day that we talk, she's like, "So what you cooking? What you making?
Yeah.
Tell me how you make that. How'd you make it? What spices did you use?" So for burgers, I definitely use fatty hamburger meat. So 80-20. And then I also use sausage. And if you really want a nice little different taste to it, you can either use maple sausage, which adds a little sweetness to it, or you can use hot sausage, which adds a little kick to it.
Stop
So
talking.
you add sausage into the
I do.
burger?
It's 2-to-1. 2-to-1 ratio. So if you have 2 pounds of ground beef, you have 1 pound of sausage. Okay?
Yeah, I'm still.
That's what
What kind of cheese do you use? What kind of cheese do you use?
So I go with the hard cheddar, like the extra sharp cheddar. Absolutely. Now, if it's a mushroom burger, I'll go with a hard Swiss or a hard provolone, but I'm not done with the burger part yet. You got to back up a bit. Okay, so got to back to the.
Chop some onions.
No, you're ruining the burger.
Oh my god! What kind of burgers are those?
Real burger, like delicious burgers. So we gotta get the spices first.
Tasty burgers.
We gotta get to the spices first.
It's all about the spice.
It's all about the spices. So
86 taste buds. 86 taste buds.
exactly.
So, are you writing this down? Do you need a notepad or something?
Yeah.
At the store right now.
So first things first, you need to have, if you really want to take it to the next level, you want to have roasted garlic. Okay.
Onion.
Hold off on the onion. Jesus. Just chill on the onion for 2 seconds. I'll get there, okay? I'll get there. Let's properly make the burger first, all right? So first we need, if you want next level, you go roasted garlic. If you don't need to go that extra level, just regular chopped garlic is just fine. Incorporate it into the hamburger / sausage mixture. You also want to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. You want to add some ancho chili pepper. You want to add a little cayenne. You want to add some onion powder. Not onions yet, okay? Onion powder.
Jesse, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
The worst.
Worcestershire. That's how you say it.
Worcestershire, Jesse.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Oh,
All right.
I'm not
I
even
feel
gonna
that you
say
count
it.
as
I'm
Drago
not
person.
even gonna say it.
Something a little bit different that I like to put into my burgers is coriander seed. Give it a shot. And then also a tap of nutmeg. A little weird, but it tastes fantastic.
Fresh nutmeg, too.
So
Get the
your
fresh
burger is
nutmeg.
more of a like a. Your burger is more of a like a meatball burger.
No, when you bite into this, it will literally melt. It will melt. It won't have any bite to it. It will just melt when you bite it. Because I'm not putting breadcrumbs in there. Like meatballs are with breadcrumbs and oregano and parsley and stuff like that. Like, we're nixing all that. That's not a thing. Like, that's not inside of this recipe. So that's just the burger, okay? And you can add whatever kind of flavors you like. If you want a little more sweetness, you can do you can even add some sugar to it. That's fine. Like, whatever. Like, if you're Jesse, you can just dump the sugar packet like all in there. That's just another vessel for sugar in her mind. So whatever you want to do. Now, again, to Ronnie's point, toppings, right? You got the burger, and then you've got the toppings. Now, my toppings, the toppings I like to really go all out on is the actual sauce. It's not the toppings like the accoutrement. It's the sauce. So a red pepper garlic aioli, or you can even do something really simple with like mayo, lemon juice, and blend it in a food processor with a little bit of oil, and then toss in some gherkins. That's really good. It adds a little bit of tartness with the gherkins and fat with the mayo and the oil. It tastes really good. And again, you can kind of flavor it however you want. Roasted red peppers, sun-dried tomatoes, those are all really good. And again, to Ronnie's point, you can, I would not, and this is just a personal preference. I know some people like it. I absolutely hate raw onions. So I would caramelize those onions on a griddle of some kind or a cast iron skillet. Get those nice and caramelized and sugary, and then put them on the burger. And then go to town. Absolutely go to town. And if you want an extra crunch, again, another weird thing, and I'm going way too far into this, and we're way off track.
Yeah.
But Jesse's having a little mini food orgasm on the other side of the thing. So, but you can put, believe it or not, Ruffles chips.
Oh, yes, you can.
On the top.
It's so good. It's so
Somebody
good.
ordered me a burger.
So it should be bottom bun, cheese, hard cheddar, sharp cheddar, burger.
This is just mean.
Hard sharp
We
cheddar,
need a local version of this.
caramelized onions, that aioli, whatever flavor you want, top bun. And then if you want the extra crunch, put the Ruffles chips in there too.
What kind of bun is it?
That's your perfect butter. Brioche bun, ciabatta bun is also really good. There's nothing better than a Hawaiian roll, like a big Hawaiian roll, for a burger. It's the softest,
I like
sweetest
buns.
burger bun that you've ever tasted in your life.
I like ROK burgers.
Potato's basically a non-sweet Hawaiian roll. Yeah, we're there
It's
at this
not as
point.
sweet.
We're there at this point. Okay. I got one more shot. I owe Bulburitos and a couple other people. I'm just gonna take that one shot. Just
Dude,
get it
if I
done.
find a shot glass that is in the form of a baby shark, you know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna say the baby shark stuff, but I will take the shot. Cheers.
Baby shark.
Oh, who's doing it?
It's Ghost Drain.
I'll send it to you in a very.
Jesse, you have the power to mute him. Mute him.
I have the power to mute all.
Yes.
Be warned.
So, Skywalker, again, I don't think I heard your answer, or you may not have answered because I got into food and people got quiet. Who do you want to go against your Edward YSG? If you're still here. Can't help you there.
Oh, you use Dragonlance.
There he
Drago
is.
said I'll mute him.
Bro,
and
I
everyone
used
went
100k
silent.
troops. I don't care what you say.
You used how many?
I just 100k.
100k. So, Cav against archers would be good to test. You can do, I can do Richard Alex, Richard Charles. Let me try a couple things. So, oh damn, you got all your armies, don't you? I see all to the right. Let me go over here. I'm gonna do.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna gangbang you, man.
I'm gonna do Attila Takeda. Let's try it.
All right.
Let's try it. So Attila Takeda guys versus Edward YSG. Wolveritos, you want to mark this down? Because I can't write right now. Okay.
Hey, Drag,
I can't even find. Wait, hold on. I can't even find Takeda. There he is. Okay. I got this. How many troops? 50k? Or 100k?
You mean tequila, right?
Shush. I will never drink tequila on the stream.
I sent 100.
100? Okay, I got it. I got it. I will never drink tequila on the stream. There will never be any Jose or Don Julio on the stream.
We need to have a tequila.
Say never.
As crazy as it gets here with Scotch, it would get 10 times crazier with tequila. Okay.
Dude,
I mean, it may actually turn into Stripping Saturday at that point.
We'll do a segment. Tacos and tequila.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, and I'll host like DK and Madara, and get them to go crazy with Corona.
Ooh, Jesse, Drago, or you and me should meet up for that one.
Cheers.
That's racist. They're
I do
Dominican.
this
The
stream.
nose
not
pick.
Mexican.
You get the nose pick and the cheers. There you go, buddy. All right, you ready?
Dominican and Mexican are two different
Now, keep in mind, WoW has more battle buffs than
Oh,
low.
here comes the excuse.
Okay? So let's go. We're just going to do it. I don't care. And I got no... clearly, I have no buffs on at the top, so... All right, let me use this opportunity to catch up on chat. So, down with Skywalker says home fries.
What about the lamb sauce?
Wait, what did he say?
Lamb sauce?
I'm just kidding.
What is
That's
that?
Gordon Ramsay meme.
Oh.
Hamburger, you being mean to me again. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, mini fries.
Yeah, what's up?
Mini fries?
I got a friend asking me, when a kingdom comes out of KvK, is there a certain period of time that it has to wait before the migration opens?
Yes.
It's a couple days. It depends on how laggy the transition is.
The last time it was 4 days.
My kingdom was open right away when it came out.
Now, I also think, so my Attila is geared towards, it's geared towards rallying.
It's supposed to be whenever the map goes away. The launch
Yeah.
map.
Well, once the timer hit 0, it then went on for 4 days afterwards.
Yeah.
And then once the 4 days went off, then everything opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens too.
That's weird because our kingdom was open right away.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's
the only
it's
reason I know
random.
is because I was waiting.
It's random.
I was waiting to join 225, and then the timer kicked on and counted down, and I was just like, it was like a secondary
okay.
timer.
When we tried to get into 225, when they came out,
Oh
we had to
my
wait 2
god.
weeks.
Yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it? It was crazy. Should I use my
225 is
LCID
cursed
for
for
5
KvK.
for Jaren George?
Oh, big time.
Even maxed, I'm not a huge fan of LCID, so with a nerfed first skill, I would say no. Caroline Viking, my Alex is doing good at 5525. Yeah, makes sense.
Also, this OP needs a nerf.
Nope.
Hey, Doug, how are you
You mean Rise
using
of
your Alex, by
Skywalker.
the way?
I have 1,823 Universal Legendary heads. Peter Griffin. You have 1,823 Universal Legendary heads. I want to use that on an Archer and Cav Commander. Should I use it now with the current roster of commanders or wait for future commanders? So it depends on what you have maxed already. I know that the next set of legendary commanders are supposed to be Archer, and if you are a member, I have solid rumors on this channel of the next set of legendary commanders, what their names are, and one of their talent specs. And it's oddly surprising what that talent spec is.
I wasn't surprised.
I would wait.
Peacekeeper?
It's not Peacekeeper. It is a battle Archer commander.
I wasn't surprised by that. They needed to do it eventually.
They need to do, yeah. So, but if you want to know what that means, this channel has a membership. Go join.
I'm not giving it to you.
Ronnie, I'll tell you later, okay? Chill.
Oddly enough, when I go and look at your channel, it says I've been a member for 2 months and 22 days.
You should have gotten it.
Give me a badge and still doesn't.
Lies.
Dude, I will show you. I will screenshot the what it says with the membership.
That's odd. Fawaz, I'll check. I'll take a look at that, Ghost Train. Fawaz Al-Azmi. Hey Drago, is there any update on your infantry pairings? It depends on the situation. I think the pairings that I've got on the video are solid. If you want to do a little bit of a hybrid build and have tanky / nuke, there's an update to that. If you want to go max tanky, there's an update to that. I'll be doing some more videos alongside of those lines, but the video that I've got out is a pretty solid 5 army setup for infantry only. What do you think about Edward?
Do you think?
Good.
Do you think we're gonna get support 3 infantry epic commanders? If we're gonna get
support infantry epic, so Charlemagne epic. It's possible. Eventually, I don't know when that's going to happen, but eventually, sure.
It's very difficult to get.
We need a defensive epic infantry.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't have one, right? It's skill and attack, right?
Peacekeeping support.
It's bullshit.
Peacekeeping support what?
3
peacekeeping support infantry.
I like that.
Well, there's no infantry peacekeepers, huh?
No.
Nope, they're not.
Only cavalry.
So Peter Griffin, to answer your 1,823 universal sculptures,
middle finger.
Besides the middle finger, I would wait. I would actually wait.
What?
I would actually wait. Now, again, do you have Attila and Takeda maxed? Is a good question for that. But even regardless of the answer, I would still say wait. Azriel the Dark has super chatted for Chef Drago. # Food Network $2. Yes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Azriel the Dark for $2. Chef Drago. I like it. Junichi, again, let me read your actual message because it shows me in Streamlabs but not in the game. Interesting. Junichi, $38. When you get a chance, I need some rock advice that only you know. So whenever you get time, hopefully Sunday through Wednesday. Yeah, reach out to me. I'll hook up with you.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Ruin Rock. What do you think of Edward at 5551 with gear ranging up to Golden Age swords? So let's take a look at Edward really quick. He's at the top. I'm not sure why I'm continuing to go down. All right. So fourth skill, Archer attack bonus 40%. That's kind of a thing. That is kind of a thing for a massive skill damage commander. It increases normal attack and counterattack damage by 50% for 2 seconds after using a skill. That's still kind of nice too. I mean, it's not the worst 5551 because you still get the nuke, you still get the health and march speed bonus, and the skill damage and damage to infantry bonus. I actually would go 5-something-5-5 if I had the choice of it all, because the health bonus is not really that big of a deal. The march speed is nice, and you can tell a difference with that second skill maxed, but again, that doesn't help you kill stuff faster. So 5-1-5-5 would be sufficient, but 5-5-5-1, losing that 40% archer attack bonus, that's a little rough. And really, it's 25% difference from 1 to 5, but still, it's pretty substantial. Frozen Moth FM, honor points for kills would literally kill player base for this game. Can't balance this in any way to give a chance to low spenders, more like a different honor coin or whatever for kills. Yeah, I mean, there's a way to do it, right, Frozen? I mean, technically, anybody can have a second account to spam kills on. So whether it's pay to win or free to play, that doesn't matter. There's got to be a way to neutralize the alt account killing, and at the end of the day, I mean, people who spend into the game are going to get more rewards. That's just the way the game and the world is structured. But
the game cannot tell the difference if you're slaughtering your alt account.
Yeah, that's the problem. So there needs to be some kind of a way to figure that out. Like I don't know what the solve is, and that's probably why this hasn't happened yet. But there's got to be a solve.
It would just be based on IP address.
No,
but that would be a lot of.
You can proxy all that stuff. You can mask all that stuff. That's not a thing.
Or account ID, man.
You can't hit your allies in KvK, right?
The game doesn't have your IP address.
You can hit your allies as long as they're in a different alliance.
You connect through Google and iOS, and they have your IP address, not the game.
I thought it didn't let you hit your own allies.
You can most certainly attack your own kingdom. And
the thing they could do, since we are on this subject, they could do so it doesn't work on your own kingdom, accounts that are in the same kingdom.
Yeah, that could be a hard.
They could work with accounts from other kingdoms.
That could be a hard fix. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but see, that would make it hard because then you would never have any warring inside your own kingdom.
And you can't test.
All right, so we've got Alex
No,
Mehmed.
it was just about the honor system.
Really?
About
Skywalker?
Yeah, it's just for honor gain.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you.
Killing troops from other kingdoms.
No.
Yeah, so it wouldn't count against.
Amir Dwakat, can you use 2 alliance tech in OL? Are you talking about the alliance skills? Because yes, you can stack alliance skills back to back to back to back. If you're talking about alliance tech, I have no idea what you're talking about. Skywalker says
from alliance skills or tech works in Osiris League.
Right, that's different. That's completely different.
Yeah, in ARG it works, but not in Osiris League.
Right.
At least not in this.
Alex Mehmed.
Oddly enough, Drago, I still get email from your members only thing.
Yeah.
So I just saw your rumor and wow.
Wow, right? So
I was going to do a thing about that.
It's a visual bug, not an actual content bug. Okay.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. That's good. At least you get the content when you look for it.
It was in my email. It wasn't on your community page.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Skywalker, you're 100K again, right?
Try logging out and logging back in. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I didn't use the troop passing thing.
All right. So I'm gonna bring YSG Freddy. Let's see how this works. Patriot Act says leave Charlemagne alone.
Yes.
Oh my god, low disk space. What the frick?
I need
to clean house, guys. I need to clean house on this freaking disk space.
Your favorite legendary Patriot?
Yeah, he is right now. I think he's going to be a really good rallier with Glon.
Tiny Rick says shot, and we're way past. We're past shots, like 4 shots. we're way past that. You guys have something against the French, Casey. I'm not sure what you mean. Skywalker, it's called testing home fries. You're going to learn today. That's very true. As has entered the chat. That's very true, too. Ruins in L&D should have a fast flag system. 10 minutes build time or something and similar burning time, and all flags would be gone on Ruins reset. This would fix fighting. That sounds like a kind of fun mechanic, where it's like the old way of flagging, where it was quick burn, quick build, and everything resets whenever the ruins reopen. That's kind of cool. My rugby game is called off so I can get involved in something Saturday. Nice. Welcome to the stream, Adam Higson.
I checked a couple of kingdoms regarding the ruins, and I honestly, the guys were not fighting because one alliance was literally in the front gate of the other alliance. The other alliance didn't go in.
Yeah, exactly. Like the first ruins opening, everybody came through and fought like crazy for like 30 minutes, and then it was just sitting there chilling for the rest. It's been chilling ever since. Like they haven't come through again. Anatoly, man, his voice is like Nate Diaz. Whose voice? Ghost Rain still says more shots. Oh my god.
I think our opponent's trying to save
thought you were drunk or high. Drago, who should I invest first, Saladin or Takeda? Saladin first, because you can get him to 5-5-5-1 and still be effective, and then start investing in Takeda. He can also be 5-5-5-1 and effective, but Takeda is more of a second. He's not a primary, whereas Saladin can be used as a primary, and that should be your first one. Timo, hello, how are you? I'm doing well. Also getting a little tipsy. Well, I'm already there. Way past it. And here we are. So, Stefano...
We should get Ronnie's nephew to Discord with us.
Stefano Sangiovanni. Hey, Drago, let's go 1307. I agree. Let's go 1307. Yay! 100% chance. Whoa. Yes. Let's see. There are people who cry when they lose troops. Yes, that's very true too. No farmers allowed. 307 as. I have 150 million power with 12 million deaths. All T5s. Amir Duquat, I feel your pain. I'm down to 83 million power and over 12 million deaths. I know what you mean. Jay Andrade, Drago, you're the man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So am I attacking? Okay, you're attacking me. I've got a sixth sense whenever I get attacked, because I was not even paying attention to my screen. Let's see. Will Attila Takeda still be the meta next KvK? As of right now, that's the case. Shrizzy. That is definitely the case. They will still be the premier rallying commander combo.
If they release Archer commanders that beat the Cavs,
I mean, what the heck, right? Like, you released the most devastating cavalry combo ever in the game. They're like, oh, here's some Archer commanders. There you go. This is exactly what you need right now. Now, I have heard, and again, this is in the member chat, so you can get a little fuzzy here. There's going to be an Archer version of Attila Takeda, from what I understand.
What the?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So if you look at my previous video about how to combat Attila Takeda, and it was with infantry commanders, Archer commanders like Attila Takeda would probably wreck that commander combo. Just saying.
Rip infantry.
Yes, exactly. Gurm Khan, yo Drago, welcome to the stream, buddy. I appreciate you.
Nobody rips my infantry.
Yeah, I know. Icyox just took a little bit of a nosedive. How is this losing to Alex Mehmed? There's no reason YSG Freddy should lose. There's no reason.
Good, Drago.
Dude, okay, hold on.
Drago getting us.
100k. You didn't took
I mean, I've got every buff negative.
That was bad too.
Damn, you got your ass whooped.
YSG Freddy should not have a problem with that.
Well, you used 100k.
What did he use?
100K with Freddy. You used to add the 15%.
That's true.
I used 100k. I didn't use 2K.
Yeah, but Freddy has a troop expansion, troop capacity buff. So does Mechmed, though. So does
I was
Mechmed.
about to say, so does Metmed.
So Skywalker.
Man. Yeah, I got a feeling. I think we just need to leave alliances.
Get from the aisle.
Who would you put the Trial of the Lost Kingdom on? Skywalker. I would put him on. Let me take a peek.
I don't have Wu Max.
Let me.
Do you have a design that reduces Archer stats?
I know, right? That's very. No.
No.
No. I've got the skill damage buff on, man. It should be fine. But again, low does not have all the buffs WoW does, but I mean, still shouldn't be that bad. And again, this isn't the normal Skywalker, if y'all know what I mean. Like, this is alt account. So let's not go too crazy, okay?
Maybe equipment.
It's equipment, and also he's got beefy account now.
Yeah, that's all. It's all blue gear
Yeah.
on that, Alex.
Let me look at the. Yeah, so Cav defense, 10%, but you don't want to get rid of the Vanguard set.
I have decent Archer equipment.
Archer attack, yeah. I mean, I'll probably put it on whatever Archer commander you've got. So either Edward or YSG.
That's how I have it on right now. Is
Yeah,
Edward.
I think I got him on Edward as well. Let me see. Yep, sure do. Yep, that's who I have it on.
Yeah, I was just making sure. That was a good pick.
Just staring me down.
The pair I was using, I don't think is a good one.
I don't have any good Cav legendary. Should I max Khan or Saladin? I get that question almost every day. My recommendation for Khan Saladin maxing is get Saladin to 5551 and then max Khan, because you can use Saladin 5551 like 96% effectiveness, but Khan really needs to be maxed. Gurm, check LK35. Maybe a little later. Shrizzy, I got 944 sculptures. We've got some people who's some saving folks. We've got some saving individuals here. Shrizzy, I got 944 sculptures saved, so I'm waiting to see what my kingdom needs in KvK. That's a good kingdom thing to do. They need Attila Takeda, by the way. Just, surprise. Surprise. They need Attila Takeda.
So you can get your ass whooped by Archer commanders.
Yeah, eventually. But right now, they need Attila Takeda. Jay Andrade, how do you make multiple marches go to the same target at the same time? You can do it a couple ways. So if you've got, let me show you. If you've got a couple armies out, let me just bring a couple armies out. So you can either double tap on one army at a time, and you can then move multiple armies around at the same time. Or you can target something and hit this little box on the bottom right where it says multiple selection, where the arrow's pointing, and then select which armies you want to pick, and then hit march, and that's it. It's as simple as that. So you got Richard what? Richard Constantine.
Ooh. You need Alex, bro.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, that one's Richard Constantine. Yeah, Alex would cut down the heels, right?
Yeah.
What are y'all testing right now?
No.
Infantry?
I heard Alex and Richard.
Everything's Alex Richard to you, though.
Dude, I want to send my con just so he can get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Let me try Con Saladin against that. Let me try Con Saladin.
What are your chords, Drago?
Let me see.
Oh wait, are you in 13? Are you doing 1307?
This is 225. This is 225.
Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean
what are your
Alex
chords?
doesn't cut down the healing?
Yeah, I guess he does.
I was about to say he does with 30%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my mark.
Healing effect reduction on that second skill.
What are your chords, Drago?
607 554 is where I'm fighting at. Fearin Jen, you want to see my troop count? That's what's left of my troops after KvK 3. Devastating.
Alright, I wanna pop out. See you guys.
Alright, take it easy, bud.
See you, homie.
Are y'all doing 100K, Drago?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, thank you for the stream, Drago.
Yeah.
I'll go as well.
No problem, man. Take it easy. I'm about to wrap it up here shortly as well.
Take care, everyone. Nice to meet you.
See you.
Nice
Bye,
night.
bro.
Yeah.
Bye.
Let's see. Any word on the new civs and new epics? Yes, there is some rumors. And again, that's in the membership channel on this channel. But again, nothing concrete. If there was something concrete, I would just give it to you. But there's some solid rumors that aren't given to me by the developers that something's coming. So that's on the membership.
It's called Russian Dynamite.
Jasper, thoughts on 5511 Constantine with Joan for open field? It's okay, and hopefully you get lucky on the 4th skill. Because my Constantine isn't much better than that. Jandrade, saw you do it on your latest video and was like, huh, amazing stuff. Thanks, Drago. Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but thumbs up to you. I appreciate you. Do you think Lilith will add a method to let us exit all 5 marches at the same time? You can currently do that from a flag, but you can't do it from a city. So any structure, you can do that currently, but you can't do it from a city. I wish that was the case. You could just like set your favorite 5 and say pull out all the blue presets or pull out all the red presets. That'd be kind of cool, but yeah, that's probably on the bottom of their totem pole.
I still find it annoying when I have to leave.
I think fix the chat's probably at the top of their totem pole.
It should be.
It should be, yeah. Peace Frog, welcome to the stream, buddy. Skywalker, show me talents on Saladin. I want to make sure I didn't pick the wrong support talents. Sure. I'm losing again. I really think this has a lot to do with stats, by the way.
I think you haven't had enough shots.
No, I've had plenty of shots.
I think someone's a cheater.
I just want to make sure it's good for art.
Losing to Peace Frog, losing to
Junichi
Skywalker.
says 5 fix chat.
My
I know, right?
goodness.
I know, right?
What the heck?
Losing to Jesse every day, by the way. Ghost Cow. If you're free to play, should you focus on 2 legendaries like Richard and Charles, or have 2 or 3 pairs of legend and epic like Joan and Richard? Well, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? I mean, are you talking like I think that I guess the answer to your question is the second part. You want to have a legendary and an epic, but have the legendary second because it's harder to level those versus epics. Epics are easier to level because they require less experience. But, again, I mean, like for instance, on my alt account, I'm doing like Mina Osmond. So you got primary, secondary, primary being legendary because Osmond's a leadership commander, you don't want that primary. But then I've got Pelagius Double C, where Pelagius is primary as an epic. I've also got Babar Sun Tzu. I've got Richard Charles, which is a dual legendary. Although they're not maxed, they're still viable with the first skill maxed. It's still good. Kusunoki YSG is also a good pairing. Ethelfled YSG, really good pairing, both legendary versus epic legendary. You just gotta pick what you want to do.
Don't show that report, Drago.
It's bad? It's really bad?
Yeah, it's really bad.
I'm gonna show it. Oh wow, that is bad.
That one was actually pretty bad.
Dude, it's gotta be... My
The
Cav attack's pretty good. It's gotta be the Alliance tech, man.
Skywalker is the true king.
Oh my god.
That could be it. I mean, he's currently the king, so it makes total sense.
Y'all are gonna make him zero me before you leave.
Everyone bow down to the one.
Please do. Home Fry says, please do.
Settle down, Trader Tots.
Trader Tots. Can you tell people in low to use some helps? Because
Good luck with that.
7 out of 30 on this entire stream. Just gonna say.
I'm not in low right now, man.
Oh my god. Use your powers of persuasion as king.
Right now?
As king, you
Alright,
need to manage the kingdom.
I'm putting in king chat.
I'm in love, man. I got it.
The kingdom needs its king to tell them.
You guys a spot in Drago's new reality TV show. Drago
So hit the fucking help button.
Drago cars are good, guys. We can say fuck all we want.
I do that right before the end. I'm gonna do one more shot before the end of the stream.
Who said fuck? Who said
Shush
that?
you! Look, I said it as a novelty, not open the floodgates to the F word.
I was just asking.
Fucking A.
Cheese, home fries.
Royal Knights.
All right. Go to K to 5511 to use him, or wait for 5551. Jinzo, I like 5551 because his third skill is really good. Let me show you. Let me show you why. So third skill, Cav defense, 40%. That's a huge deal. And his main reason, not besides the defense bonus, but 750 healing factor is also kind of a big deal. Especially for Cav.
Rita's trying to fight.
I don't know. Is there things happening? What's happening?
I don't know. He's chilling down there where we were fighting.
Yeah, he wanted to play with you. There you go. I mean, Show's got the proper tech buffs. Maybe do a little. What is this? Genghis.
I can come out to play.
Genghis double C versus Genghis
Saladin.
Saladin. Genghis Saladin should win.
Hey,
Ghost Train, $5 shot, $5 donation. Drago said the F word. Gates opened and shots.
I tried to put fuck in there, but YouTube wouldn't let me.
You can hit me if you want to, Bo Burritos.
See, YouTube loves me.
I wish I could be Skywalker. Fake as
Jinzo, definitely need to have that third skill maxed. Is the answer to your question. Julie Tremblay, are you happy? I am happy. I like happiness. Happiness is a thing. I'm happy.
Pretty sure I would. It's pretty hard.
Why do you want to beat me up, ICO?
Sharon, I'm constantly smiling this entire stream, so it's just happening.
Cause I love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you too,
Drago's
ICO.
being nice. ICO wants to beat me up.
Wait.
Bulburitos, attack him. Make it happen. Jaron George, Ethelfled YSG is really good. Yes, it is. That said 250 healing rate. Jaron George, yes, but it has 3 ticks. That's 3 ticks of 250, equaling 750.
Bring Richard and Boudica. Come on.
Richard and Boudica. You never know.
Do it.
You never know.
Burritos is putting it on me, boy, and he's all T4 too. Look at that.
And
Telling you.
I'm not even max. I'm not max tech either.
It's amazing what an alliance with proper research
Are we
will do.
swarming Skywalker?
No.
Oh, so jelly.
It's amazing what proper research will do. It's crazy. Cheers, everybody. This is the last shot of the stream.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is for, let's see. Ghost Train as. Ghost Train again. As again.
No, you can't combine that many donations into one shot.
Yeah.
Well, one says for Chef Drago, and one says, well, 2 say for shots. But they're both you. so it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna lose at
different
the very
donations,
last
2
minute,
shots.
Skywalker.
Yeah, you're taking more damage than me now.
Yeah, but that double C heal might actually do it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That double C heal might do
Well,
it.
the equipment on my con is what's doing it. That's why.
You see, tier 4 is so good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got 2 purples on my con.
That's why I'm not
Yeah,
D5, right?
I got 2 purples and the rest are blue on my con.
Oh yeah, the rest
Oh
are
wow,
orange.
that's good.
That's why I'm not D5 by choice.
All right, so this duel, this 1v1 will end the stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Sippin' Saturday. We've got red on both sides. Looks like Skywalker is finally going to go down, but not by my hand.
We want
rough.
pictures of burgers.
It's a
Whoever
little
made
rough.
them.
Yeah, I know, right? So I gave you the
bullying me,
awesome
Drago.
recipe, and you can thank me later for that if you decide you want to use that recipe.
Hey, Drago, zoom in.
Yeah, I know. Gotta follow. Gotta follow.
Ooh, that was rough too.
Just follow. Just a little follow.
Walker.
The walk of shame.
All right. I did the following a little enough. Okay. All right.
Walk of shame.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. This has been a fun time, as always. This is one of my favorite times of the week, not just because of all the drinks, but also because of the fun times with you guys. So cheers. I hope you've had a good one. I will see y'all in the chat a little bit later as well. After I finish the stream, we'll have a little bit of the after party. And I will see y'all next time. Cheers. Have a good one. Take care.
Love you, naughty bitch.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.